All right. Thank you for coming out today and meeting with us virtually for our 2022 annual meeting of the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce. I am going to start a screen share. So throughout our theme today, you're going to see everything road related. And the road ahead is where I thought it would be appropriate for us to theme the event today around. Thinking about where we have come, thinking about where we're heading, talking about not only the 2021 accomplishments of the Chamber in our community, but also the 2022 goals and the things that we're looking to do in the coming year. And of course, we have our 5 Community Award nominees and recipients that we will share with you and celebrate here today. So we're going to move straight forward into 2021 accomplishments. Now, I think for everyone, an accomplishment for the past 2 years has simply been to stay upright and to stay breathing and to stay positive and to do all of the things we need to do in order to keep ourselves sane. The past 2 years have been a little bit of a challenge for everyone for sure, and continues to be throughout the start of this new year. But taking a quick look at some of the things the Chamber has done in the past year, from things like the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen's Fair at Mount Sunapee, having the information booth there, all of our printed materials going out to thousands of people who reach out for recommendations and referrals. 15,000 copies of the Lake Sunapee Region Information Guide, which is one of our biggest member benefits. That particular booklet goes out to the entire state of New Hampshire at all sorts of different rest areas and promotions. And you, as a Chamber member, are listed in that guide, which is an excellent benefit. Virtual and in-person networking opportunities. Of course, this past pandemic has changed how we communicate with each other. Some of it's in person, and that's a Chamber benefit for sure with that networking piece, but virtual has definitely taken more of a front seat in what we're doing in our day-to-day operations. So we've tried to take some of that on and bring it back to our members in that virtual way. We'd like to get our newsletter subscribers up. So these are people who opt in. So these are people usually throughout the entire New England area that are interested to know what's happening here. When they come to vacation, when they come up to visit friends and family, what are some of the events and things going on? So that's one of our best newsletter listings. And it really is, it's opt-in people, which is really fantastic. Our partnerships with neighboring chambers has been something we're working on over the past couple of years. Congratulations to Shannon McMichael, who is now the executive director for the Newport Area Chamber. And she is also a Chamber member here with our Chamber through her Noise R Us Fireworks store in Newport. So we're very excited for that addition. We've been working together pretty consistently with the Claremont Chamber as well. We serve a lot of the same members, and we try to coordinate in terms of schedules and calendars, because we share a lot of the same members and share a lot of the same events. Our Day Tip Destinations radio show and podcast, that has been a super fun addition to my schedule on a weekly basis, but hopefully it's been a helpful and fun addition for you as well. Every Friday morning, we're on the radio talking from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. about everything local. We try to feature 3 different businesses where people can spend their money and what they can do for the coming weekend. Maybe there's events that are happening. We break those down. We share content and information about our members and about other community partners. So lots of fun things that go on with that program. And it becomes a podcast too, which can then be listened to numerous times after it's already aired. From information booth hours. So here we are located on Main Street in New London, and it's a very popular place to be. And our information booth here has hundreds of calls and emails that come through asking for referrals and recommendations. We are not a Better Business Bureau, but we do have a lot of people who ask if certain businesses are Chamber members. And if it is a Chamber member, they feel comfortable, confident reaching out to that business. And if it's not, they ask for someone who is a Chamber member who kind of does the same project and the same offers the same good or service. So that's definitely a benefit for you is those calls and emails and those walkthrough customers that come through. We're able to share your information. Virtual and in-person job fairs. We did partner with the New Hampshire Department of Employment this past year they did and broke the state down by region so that they could promote some virtual job fairs. I would say we did have a few members participate. It wasn't as fantastic in terms of attendance for those looking for events or looking for those employment opportunities as our June in-person job fair. We did a tri-chamber job fair in June, and that was a really fantastic opportunity. At this point, everyone had been shut down for so long, and we really wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to see people face to face outside on a town green. So it was really a great opportunity for us to do that. We were again an American Express Small Business Neighborhood Champion with Shop Local Promotions. We were able to promote Small Business Saturday, making sure people are considering shopping local throughout the holiday season and even more. You know, it's not just a season, but it's an entire year promotion. So we were excited to be able to do that again. Our annual Black Fly Golf Open was our largest fundraiser throughout the course of our year. Thank you to all of our members who were sponsors and who created teams for the event. We're very excited. May 19th will be our 2022 Black Fly Open, and at Lake Sunapee Country Club. We're just really excited to be able to bring that back. It's super fun. I am not a golfer myself. However, it is a very fun event to be at, and it's a great opportunity to see some folks that you might not get a chance to see throughout the course of the year. Growing our partnerships with statewide organizations. You know, we have a voice on the New Hampshire Travel Council. We have a voice through Granite State Ambassadors. We have a voice in the Sullivan County Destination Marketing Planning Committee. I mean, we have a lot of different opportunities for us as the chamber and for me as your director to share what we have going on and to share what makes our area so incredibly awesome. We were able to launch the Arts and Business Alliance Sunapee Region Arts Map, which was fantastic. It's a printed map and it's gorgeous. And we're excited in 2022, the Library Arts Center is doing an awesome job of heading up the project of getting all of that information online to an integrated website where all of our retail, restaurants, our outside attractions, trails, all of those kinds of things will be incorporated into this actual map. And you'll be able to utilize not only the printed version, which is gorgeous, but also an online version as well. So we're very excited to see that come to fruition this coming year. For Giving Tuesday promotions, a lot of our members are nonprofit members, and a lot of them do participate in Giving Tuesday. This year, we'll be signing up as a participant of a champion, if you will, for Giving Tuesday promotions. This past year was another year we were not able to have New London Hospital Days, which was very much a sad state of affairs. However, we are in planning process for this coming summer, which I could not be more excited about. But last year, we were able to do a farmers market style successful Chamber Day event, which basically meant everybody had some elbow room, everyone was outside, and everyone could see people they hadn't seen in quite some time. They were able to give out some swag, which is why people love Chamber Night. You know, whether it's mugs, pens, cups, sticky notes, that's kind of what people love to do at our Chamber Night events. But we're excited this year to hopefully, cross our fingers, bring that back as it's been known for so many years. Return of the Pumpkin People event. We took this over from the New London Recreation Department, and it's really been fantastic. It's not so much a heavy hitter event in terms of sponsorships and fundraising dollars and those kinds of things, but it's one of those feel-good community events. And we had record number of participation this past year, and we serve 12 towns here at the Chamber. And to be able to see almost all of our towns contribute and participate in this particular event really just kicked off that fall and autumn season with amazing energy. This past summer, support for the Sunapee Farmers Market. It was the first time the Sunapee Farmers Market has happened in the harbor. And just kind of on a whim, what I do in my spare time is I love to volunteer for things. So I ended up going over and volunteering, and then it ended up becoming a pretty consistent thing. And then now we are part of the committee to help keep that moving forward this coming summer. So I'm very excited. Quite a few of our members are in the behind the scenes, making sure that that comes to the public. But also there's a few of our members who are also vendors at the farmers market. So it's a local, small way to promote commerce in the harbor and in the greater Lake Sunapee region. Continued allocation of PPE as needed. So through our chamber partnership program, we were able to collect lots of different masks, sanitizer, gloves, face shields, all of those kinds of things over the past year. We do still have some gloves and some sanitizer left for any businesses that are still in need. So feel free to reach out to me if that's something that you need. We were able to do a 4-part summer education series. The summer education series is probably one of the most fun committees to be part of because you're planning events, which is my favorite part of this whole job. But you can do, we did a Marketing 101 series, a video content creation series. We had the New Hampshire Department of Tourism come up and meet with us in the harbor and just give us, Chris Nielsen from the communications department was able to chat with us about what it looked like from the summer season, what we were looking like coming into fall. It was great to build those contacts and network a little bit with people that, again, we hadn't seen in almost a year. We also did an internship workshop with the Harrington Center over at Colby-Sawyer College, which is something we're hoping that we can elaborate on this coming year. Internships and using students as resources, that is something that is not going to go away. In fact, that's probably more important now than it ever has been before. So using the Harrington Center and using Colby-Sawyer College, which is right here, is going to be a great resource for all of our members. Newbury Old Home Day, obviously, I love to participate and have the chamber active at a lot of our local events because it helps your businesses. It helps me push and promote your promotional materials. And we got a lot of printed materials walked off our table at that particular day, which was a fun time. Our Tri-Chamber Shop Local Holiday Guide was a free promotion for all of our members. It was an opportunity for you to be listed online. This particular guide reached over 30 communities. So if you took advantage of it and you were listed because you offered some sort of good or service for the course of the holiday season and into the beginning of January, then you had an additional listing, which other people from other communities that might not know who you are or what you offer, it was a great opportunity for people to do that. Some other things that we were doing here. We have the Sugar River Region Destination Marketing Planning Organization, which is a lot of words, but basically it's just telling folks that we don't necessarily here in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, we don't necessarily resonate with that Dartmouth element. You know, we don't necessarily consider ourselves the Upper Valley. So how can we help each other create this form of identity? And that's been a conversation going on for the past year or so, and much longer, I'm sure, before I was part of the conversation. But it's been great to hear what people have to say, and it's been great to be able to talk about what that might look like moving forward. And of course, things like New Hampshire Small Business Day and the SBDC Resiliency Academy, we were able to do and promote and push that out to our members. Being resilient in this kind of climate is super important. And the Small Business Development Center put together an entire academy series that members could sign up for and basically learn how to fix their operational plan. Should anything, heaven forbid, happen again, similar to the pandemic, that they would be ready and active and being able to jump on top of staying true to what they needed to do to reach their customers. So overall, if you received the email earlier, you have a program that you can follow along with me through this presentation today. And not only are some of the accomplishments listed here on your screen, but they are also listed, some of which in bullet form that are not listed here on the screen. So you can read a little bit of those too in whenever you'd like to, read that program and follow along with that. All right, so we're going to move on to our next slide. And our next one is, we're slow, hold on, sorry. Hello. Nope. All right, let me try. Possibly, hold on. I see all of your faces now, which is fantastic. Let's go back to a screen share and see if I can update this and restart it, if you will. I don't know. You know what's funny? I went through a whole process to make sure that none of this stuff happened. Here we are. Just one moment. Let me see if I can exit this and then come back to it. Okay. And I'm going to go back into my screen share. So sorry for that, folks. I hope that this will work.
There we go.
All right. Do you see the goals, everyone?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So we'll move on to the next piece here. So when we're looking at 2022, our new year, we're looking at what we can do as a chamber, not only for our members, but for our community as a whole. So here are some of the goals that we're putting into place for our coming year. When we look at 2021, I'm kind of in a way calling it a little bit of a placid year. We didn't really make we didn't have a lot of big events. We didn't do a lot of big planning and a lot of activity. It was really something where we were dotting our I's, crossing our T's. We were organizing ourselves for something bigger in 2022. And I think a lot of people were in that same boat. You know, when it came at the end of 2020, we said, all right, 2021 is going to be our year. Yes, let's get ready. Let's move it. Let's cruise it. It's going to be awesome. And then we were still in the same place. We were dealing with all of the COVID precautions and all of the things that we were dealing with the previous year. So everything's kind of been pushed back just a little. So looking at some of our chamber goals here, we do want to continue the tri-chamber conversation, especially in regards to regional job fairs. We do want to talk a little bit more about relocation packets with all of our real estate agents and all of our members who are real estate agencies. We do have a lot of folks who come through this office and ask about all of the pieces and parts you need when you're moving to a new area. And our information booth here on Main Street is a great place to send them. It's a great place for them to stop in and get a feel for what this area offers. Quarterly member orientations. A lot of our members have been members for many, many years, but some of the member benefits now might not have been the same in the past. So we'd love to be able to meet up with our members and just keep touching base with them, you know, as we move forward into the new year. Of course, bringing back our business after hours events. It's almost like I always get started and then the snowball starts rolling and then all of a sudden, kaboom, done. Nope, we can't do them. So we're hoping that next year that we already have some lists, some members who want to do a business after hours event, which will start probably around March or April when it gets a little bit warmer and we can maybe stay outside a little bit. So if you're interested in a business after hours, please let us know sooner rather than later because that list is getting shorter of available months. Instagram followers, obviously social media is the way that people can connect, the way that people very quickly see what's going on. So reaching a new level of 1,000 Instagram followers would be fantastic. And I think we can actually probably take that to 1,200, but we'll see where we end up getting from there. 250 members strong has been my goal now for a couple years. We haven't really pushed and done a lot of outward reach promotion for members. We've tried to keep the members that we've had for numerous years, try to keep them strong and try to keep them connected. But now with the new year, you know, we have a lot more promotional materials. We have a lot more goals in place to help members see the benefit of chamber membership. Robust committees. Obviously, committees are a way that all nonprofit organizations really move forward. Here at the Chamber, through our committees, we have marketing, we have education, we have our different event committees, we have nominating committee. We have quite a few different places where people can kind of insert themselves into the operations of the Chamber to just stay connected and see what's going on and help guide us into the next event or to the next season or to the next activity. So it's great to have members step up to that plate and volunteer some of that time. Website update and refresh. I will say, folks, I am here for every single one of you. And this is the one part that drives me crazy. I have a very hard time finding the time to update and refresh our website on a consistent basis. So my goal to you is to make sure that I'm taking some time and dedicating that specifically for that website. We do have a software company we use for that, and all of your member listings can be updated by you. So you can log in from the back end. You can add content, you can add videos, pictures, you can add new employees, you can take old employees off. So there's a lot of different pieces you can do from your side, but in terms of the front-facing element on my side, I want to be sure that that's something that people go to pretty consistently for information and for research. Looking into an app for our membership. So everyone loves to use their phones. They love to have them right at their fingertips. And the easier and more accessible something is, the more it's going to be utilized. So there's a few different app companies out there, and we were working with one at the beginning of last year, but they didn't quite make it over the Connecticut River in time for us to really launch anything. So we're going to be working with some others to try and get that into motion. It is a little on the pricey side, but it's definitely something that we should consider just to stay relevant and to stay active and to keep you at the forefront of all of the travelers and the community, the residents we have here, keep you at the forefront of all of that. Recruiting more volunteers for the booth. Of course, we do have our Granite State Ambassador program, which is fantastic. Throughout the warmer months, the spring, summer, and into a little bit of the fall, we do have Granite State Ambassadors who set up shop here, and they're able to answer phone calls and send out mailers and talk to anyone who comes through the door. But it would be great to have some more opportunity for folks to come in and volunteer some time. Local loot card update. So if anyone knows our local loot program, it is our local, our community investment program, which basically is $1 for $1. There's no fee for our members to participate. And if you receive a local loot gift certificate, then you just tell me, hey, Ash, I got a $25 local loot gift certificate, and I come to you with a $25 check. So it's $1 for $1 program. It's really helpful to keep money right here in the community. And it's great for things like gifts, because then people have an opportunity to spend it in the member businesses in the community that they would like to. Member-to-member perk card. This has been on my list for a little while now as well. Obviously, when we were all struggling through the past couple of years, it's not something we want to bring up and have that be one of our active goals. But definitely moving forward, if you show your membership, your chamber membership card at, the local coffee shop, maybe you get $1 off your order. Or if you are looking to renovate or update your website and a chamber member does that, and that's their business, then maybe you get a free consultation because you're a fellow chamber member. So there's a lot of organization behind this, but we're definitely going to make some big strides this year to getting to that place with this. Our newsletter subscribers, again, we mentioned before, these are individuals who opt in to learn about the area, and these are from all across New England. So it's great to see that number is going to keep growing. Lake Sunapee Region Roundtable discussions. We serve 12 communities here at the Chamber, and I think a lot of people forget that sometimes. We still sometimes have folks call us the New London Area Chamber, and that's fine because that's looking back at our history, looking back at our past. That's definitely something that's been there. And old habits die hard for sure. But we have 12 communities we serve, and I would love to be able to get one representative from each of those communities together so that we can just talk about what's going on in there. This kind of stemmed from the Springfield's 250th celebration, which was incredible. They had so many different amazing things going on, and it would have been awesome for the Chamber to be a part of some of those to help promote them and to help market and just to kind of keep that community going. So I would really love to be able to get that moving forward in 2022. A fall education series. So we did a summer education series this past year, which was great. But summer, as we all know, is a time when people are on the lake and people are camping and they're doing a lot of other things. So we're going to return to a fall education series, which means, the kids are back in school. We're looking at possibly like a September, October. So if that's of interest to you, that's definitely a committee that you could join. Coffee at the Chamber events. It's really great to be able to connect with members in any way possible. And if you offer coffee and you offer a free muffin, people usually show up. So hopefully in 2022, we can get some of those off and running. And then we can just start that conversation. I'm all about collaboration and conversation. So if people are here and we all have an idea and we all have thoughts around one thing and we want to create an event or a committee there's so much inspiration within each other that I'd love to be able to have a time where we can talk about that together. An active YouTube channel. So all of our content is now being recorded when we do something virtual. We're able to put that onto a YouTube channel. Just recently, within this past year, we were able to upgrade our internet. Woo, thank goodness, because it was one of those situations where I'd have to upload a video and then before I left for work for the day, then hopefully by the time I got back the next day, it was uploaded. So that's not exactly the most helpful when it comes to creating an active YouTube channel. So we're kind of in a better place for that now. So I'm excited to work on that project this year. Obviously, Facebook's very big. 3,500 Facebook followers is my goal for this year to really push that out. That's where we get a lot of our inquiries. People reach out to me there quite a bit about referrals and recommendations. A possible summer intern. We've talked about this. We've thrown it around a little bit at the board of directors level for a little while now. And this might be the season for it. Obviously, our 2 past years of COVID wouldn't have been very productive, but coming into a new season and coming into a new summer definitely could be something we look at. So definitely we're moving, we're cruising and we're moving. One more thing we wanted to possibly bring to the table is we could become an SBDC, which is Small Business Development Center advisor meeting space, so that members and new entrepreneurs and small business owners could meet with their SBDC advisors should they have them. And if they don't have them, we could be a middle person to getting those particular people to connect with an advisor. So those are all things that are very helpful when it comes to, what are the next things you need to do to bring your business to the next level. All right, let's see if this will go to the next screen for me. All right, we're going to move into Board of Directors. So if you're following along in your program, you'll see a list of these individuals. So Brett Cusick of Northcape Design is actually our current sitting president. Unfortunately, last minute, he was not able to be here due to an emergency, so he is not available today. Katie Blake of Ledyard National Bank is our vice president. Colleen DeAngelis, Sugar River Bank, is our treasurer. Leigh Stalker, Summercrest Assisted Living, is our secretary. Debbie Campbell of Beyond Design, Kathleen Kennedy of New London Hospital, Bernie Wesoja of Hubert's Family Outfitters, Ty Morris of Coldwell Banker Lifestyles Real Estate, Nick Hobart of Benjamin F. Edwards, and Tom Kealy of Colby-Sawyer College are the 10 individuals who sit on our current board of directors. And I just want to say personally, thank you to each and every one of you, because it can be a lonely job sitting here in the office, but besides our monthly meetings, I connect with these individuals weekly, if not daily, on different projects and activities that are going on for the chamber. So the board of directors really 100% guides this organization moving forward and making sure that everything that we are doing is connected back to our mission statement of enhancing local commerce. So I really appreciate all of these board of directors. And our next slide is going to say a special thank you, because there are a few of our individuals who will be heading out for they're finishing up their term. And we will still utilize them, so they can't get away from us too soon, but we will definitely have them here. Kathleen Kennedy of New London Hospital. And I have some words. If you're following along, you could certainly read along with me. Kathleen has served on the board for numerous years, providing leadership, insight, and organization, serving on many chamber committees and chairing quite a few of them, including annual meeting, Chocolate Fest, hospital days, and more. Kathleen's dedication to the chamber has been truly organization changing. Taking on a president seat earlier than expected, everything Kathleen has brought to the chamber will continue to be part of its operation moving forward. She's excited to see Julia Whitney from her office at New London Hospital continue the hospital's connection with the chamber, and we are very excited about that as well. Thank you to Kathleen for all you have given to the LSRCC. Next up is Debbie Campbell of Beyond Design. Debbie's been a staple of the chamber for many years. From her historical perspective to her graphic design help, the chamber is in a much stronger position by having her part of the board. From her commitment to our marketing committee, to her help with events like the annual meeting, and of course, the Lake Sunapee Region Information Guide, Debbie's chamber contributions are incredibly imperative and appreciated. While Debbie may be stepping back from our board of directors, she will continue to assist the chamber through the marketing committee. Thank you, Debbie, for all you have dedicated to the chamber. You are truly one in a million. And then last but not least is Bernie Wesoja of Hubert's Family Outfitters. Bernie has served on the chamber board for a few different terms in many roles and has contributed greatly every time he has served. He is a warm, gentle, caring soul who supports all things local business and every initiative through the chamber. Bernie will continue to be an advocate for the LSRCC, and his previous years of experience on the board will set the standard for new board members to come. Bernie, you will be greatly missed, but we wish you all the health, relaxation, and rest you can now get now that you're going to have a little extra time to yourself. So thank you so much to all three of those board of directors that are finishing out their terms, but will still stay somewhat connected. We won't let them get very far. And our next slide here. With our three outgoing, we have three new applicants. So these three individuals have completed their application and their cover letter recommending that they would love to be part of our board. So Brianna Critch from Claremont Savings Bank, Tim Mathewson from Millennial Moving Solutions, and Julia Whitney from New London Hospital would like to join the board. Now with this, this is usually what we do at our annual meeting. So I'm going to bring Colleen on here in light of Brett's absence to make a motion for these three particular individuals to be added to our roster of board of directors.
Hello, everyone, and I'd like to thank those that are heading out for their term. And I want to make a motion to approve the three new board member seats.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Nick. All those in favor of these new board members, please put your thumbs up or your hands up.
And I'm going to stop the share very quickly so that I can see all of our screens. Lovely. Lori's double thumbs. Ty's got double thumbs all over the place. Look at that. I love it. Perfect. Perfect. Let me go to the next screen because we've got more than one screen here. All right. Excellent. Okay. I see that. And next, Colleen.
Any opposed or doesn't seem like it?
Okay.
Any absentations? No.
All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and welcome Brianna, Julia, and Tim to the Chamber Board Directors.
Yeah. So with that, they will actually have their first board meeting on February 15th. The board meets the third Tuesday of each month. So that will be their first board meeting. And they will have a little bit of an orientation packet and information coming to them very shortly so that they can kind of get their bearings before jumping into that meeting. So thank you so much, everyone. And with that, we're going to jump right into our presentation of our community awards. So I'm sure that this is the part that everyone loves. Not that new board of directors aren't fun, because they are super fun and I'm excited for 2022, but community awards are very exciting things. So what we do is at the very end of the year, so usually in the beginning of November is when we ask the community to submit nominations for businesses, organizations, and community leaders that have made a significant impact in the Lake Sunapee region over the past year. So even though this is our 2022 annual meeting, these award recipients have done something fantastic for the 2021 year in the Lake Sunapee region. Once the nomination period has closed, the board reads each nomination form and submits their votes. And once all board votes are in, the winners are then announced at our annual meeting. This year, we had 56 nominations. Last year, we had 60. So I'm just letting everyone know here, next year, my goal is 75. So start thinking about who you'd like to nominate. After some incredible close votes, here are the nominees and winners of our 2021 Annual Community Awards. Notes about each winner are taken directly from their nomination forms. So from the nomination forms that we receive here, I pull out different statements about these individuals and I present them in this format. So next is our first one is going to be Rookie Business of the Year. So this is generally a business that's been started over the past 3 years, something that's relatively new to the area. We had 2 nominations this year for the new rookie business. Drake's Place in Andover, which is a market and kitchen. Pumpkin Blossom Farm in Warner, Lavender Fields, and it's an event venue. So out of those 2, our winner is, I wish we could drum roll. I wish we were in person. I wish we could do all those kinds of things, but we'll just pretend. I hear it a little bit from someone. Drake's Place in Andover has been the selected winner for this year. So a few notes. Located in Andover, New Hampshire, Drake's Place is an amazing new restaurant and market in Andover. It is owner-run and operated by the nicest couple, Nate and Shelby, and it's named after their 2-year-old son, Drake. The food is top-notch and usually prepared solely by Nate, executed perfectly, and has a creative farm-to-table approach with their menu. On top of amazing food, they have a farmer's market where one can buy meat, dairy, and produce from local farms, as well as baked goods and homemade apparel. By supporting this local business, customers are also supporting other local businesses, which is an incredible concept. We are thrilled to see it in Andover. So very exciting stuff there with Drake's Place. Congratulations to them. We will be following up with all of our award recipients so they can receive their certificate and their award, and we'll take photos and share on our socials and share in newsletters and on our website. So look for all of that coming in the next couple of weeks. Next up, Young Professional of the Year. So through this, we had 4 different nominations. Shandy Elliott of Sweet Beginnings Daycare, who is a community champion of the sorts. Hillary Williams, who's a dean at Colby-Sawyer College, who is also the state chair of the New Hampshire Women in Higher Education Leadership Organization. Tim Mathewson of Millennial Moving Solutions, who's definitely a mover and shaker in Andover and doing lots of amazing things. Larry Elliott of Kearsarge Regional School District, who's the director of Student Support Services. So we've got 4 different young professional options. And our selected winner this year is Tim Mathewson of Millennial Moving Solutions. I'm always nervous about the photos I pick, but I think he likes this one. I have to find people's photos sometimes online. So we have Young Professional of the Year. Let's learn a little bit about Tim. So Tim's a young man with an enormous potential to boost our communities. He has become a very prominent person around the Lake Sunapee community. Besides being from the area, he has a genuine love of the region, the businesses, and the families that make up the region we get to live in. He is the co-owner of a local business, which has found success right away. Furthermore, he is full of bright ideas to use his space on Main Street in Andover to better the greater community. He is involved with local charities and very generous with his time and efforts. Tim has been an integral in several community service projects and has been working on several new ideas. He is a savvy businessman who has a keen sense of civic responsibility and its importance in the marketplace. We are sure that the Lake Sunapee region will be hearing a lot more from this amazing young professional, and our area, our region, and our communities will be better for his presence in it. So congratulations, Tim, our Young Professional of the Year. And our next, we'll switch gears to Nonprofit of the Year. This is one of my favorite categories simply because if you look at these nominees, they are from numerous different communities, which is fantastic to see. The New London Barn Playhouse, Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum, the John Hay Estate at the Fells, Colby-Sawyer College, the Kearsarge Food Hub, and the Andover Community Hub, all of which are wonderful organizations. And we're going to move forward to the winner, the John Hay Estate at the Fells. So I know that Lynn and Susan are both on the call today. Congratulations to you and to all of the team at the Fells. So I'm going to go into a little descriptor here. I will say, I believe that the Fells, for their nomination process this year, received the most recommendations and the most nominations that we have ever received for an individual. So I'm just going to say that was very incredible to see those continuously coming through. That means that the community really supported this. The community really sees that the team at the Fells is doing incredible things. So the John Hay Estate at the Fells has been an oasis of normalcy during an unprecedented pandemic. Being able to go for a walk on the grounds and see the lights lit for the Christmas at the Fells event was a positive and mood-enhancing experience. The programs at the Fells continued with all the CDC protocols put in place. Touring the house and grounds was a true gift this past year. Outdoor programs for the children this summer enhanced their exposure to nature and the arts. The legacy of the John Hay family lives on through the efforts of the staff and volunteers at the John Hay Estate at the Fells, and the grounds and home have continued to be a place of comfort and joy. The John Hay Estate at the Fells was not exempt from the extraordinary challenges of recent years. However, the devotion of their many community supporters helped the Fells face these unprecedented times and enabled them to meet the challenges. The Fells is committed to sharing this 84-acre treasure with the community so that people can simply find peace of mind, and that will make an extreme difference at a time when people need it the most. So that was very beautiful. I pulled a lot of that from the nomination forms, and it was really incredible to hear all the stories that people shared. So congratulations to John Hay Estate at the Fells. And our next Community Member of the Year. We had quite a few Community Member of the Year nominations, and you will see those here. Susan Warren of the John Hay Estate at the Fells, Pam McCune of Casa, New Hampshire, which you will see there was a typo on your printed program, so I will adjust that before I send that out on Pam's name. Scott Blewett of the Lake Sunapee Region Recreation, for his work in both New London and Sunapee. Ty Morris of Coldwell Banker Lifestyles Real Estate. We'll skip over that next one. Gary Faccone of New London Day, Shandy Elliott of Sweet Beginnings Daycare, and Leon Mallon of Colby-Sawyer College, and then Nate Camp of the Kearsarge Regional School District basketball program. So everyone had different reasons for these community members to be nominated. And it was really fantastic to hear all of the stories as to why these people are fantastic into our communities. But our winner this year for our Community Member of the Year is Gary Faccone. Now, the stories, the nomination forms were very similar for Gary. Almost everyone said he would not want to be recognized, but he needs to be. So Gary Faccone, the founder and organizer of New London Day, which happens in May. Each year, Gary and his team strategically collect several tons of roadside trash in New London, everything from general household rubbish to discarded concrete, metal, and hazardous materials is removed from many challenging sites. Gary privately supports his team on New London Day by funding coffee, breakfast, and a lunchtime cookout. He is the most selfless individual and works tirelessly throughout the year, collecting roadside debris on his own with his personal pickup truck. Gary is such a caring person and loves the community he grew up in and wants others that come to our area to enjoy its beauty just as he has. He wouldn't want to be recognized, but he absolutely deserves to be. Gary truly deserves this honor. So we're very excited. That's going to be fun. Keep that on your calendars in May if you're interested to help clean up. I think Earth Day is April 22nd. So anytime around that area or that time frame, there's lots of different cleanup initiatives going on in our community. But we want to say a special thank you to Gary for all he's done over the past few years. And we're moving on to our last category, which is Business of the Year. So our nominees in this category are the O'Halloran Group, based here in New London, Go Lightly Boutique, based here in New London and most recently in Bradford, and Grounds Cafe, right here on Main Street in New London. And our winner for this year is Grounds. Congratulations to Teddy and her team. So Grounds has become a staple in New London. Not only does Teddy provide delicious coffee, tea, and mouthwatering baked goods, this small town coffee shop has big city charm. The Grounds team works hard to make what you want, and they try to be very accommodating to your needs. Vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, you name it, and they can try to make it for you. Teddy herself is an incredibly hard worker. She cares about her neighbors and community and aims to provide impressive customer service. Teddy supports all local initiatives she can, from the PTO projects like Teacher Appreciation Day to cookies for our emergency responders in the area, to the Lake Sunapee Region Young Professionals Stuff a Truck event. Any local project that Teddy and Grounds can support, they absolutely will. This coffee shop on Main Street has been an amazing place to connect with friends, colleagues, and coworkers. The warm and welcoming environment has sparked conversations across all industries about how to improve our Lake Sunapee region. So congratulations to Teddy and her team at Grounds, and congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to all of the nominees. Every single person who was nominated and every business and organization that was nominated puts an absolute, you're the reason I do this job. You're the reason I love my job, is because everything that you do, I'm able to share with the world. And that there's nothing better than that. You know, our area is incredible when it comes to the people that are connected to their neighbors and their colleagues. And, you know, if one business down the street has cups because their supplier was able to do cups and the other business down the street doesn't have the cups, they'll share. And there's just something so, there's something so strong about that relationship. And that's what makes our area incredible. So congratulations to all the nominees. Congratulations to all the winners. Watch our Facebook page, our Instagram, website, newsletter, all of that for pictures of our winners with their certificates and with their awards. So that will be coming in the next couple of weeks. Next thing is that we always like to finish an actual meeting with a call to action. So what is the next thing we can do? What's the next thing we should be doing? So coming up for us, for the Chamber, is our Lake Sunapee Region Information Guide information collection. So we're working right now on getting all of that organized and ready to hit the printers in the beginning of early spring. So every member, we're asking if you can go to your online account, make sure all of your member information is up to date. Information like phone, email, website, all of your social media handles, all of those things are super important to be updated on our website from your end, from the back end of things. And also be sure that your dues are paid. So we've been very, very understanding over the past couple of years, simply because it's been a crazy wild ride. And but in order for you to be listed in the information guide, your dues need to be paid and you need to be active and up to date. Submitting your events. We do have a calendar of events on our website, and we do encourage you to put your events in there. It's a little on the empty side right now. And it's mostly because we are in the doldrums, I would say, of winter. So there's not a lot that's happening, understandably so. But as we start looking out towards the rest of 2022, and you're starting to look at your events, please make sure that you share those with me. I get people that send me a message on Facebook at 11 o'clock at night, and they're like, Ashley, I meant to email you this. Can you just share this? So absolutely, any way that you want to connect with me, please do. I am here for all of our members in whatever capacity you need me. So please definitely utilize me as a resource. Some summer promotional updates. So as the warmer temperature moves in, more travelers are going to be coming to our door here at the office. So if you have not updated your business cards, your rack cards, your flyers, any of those things you have here at the office, we highly suggest that you take some time to do that now. Because as the warmer temperatures come in, more people come to our door and more people request information, referrals, recommendations about where they should be going and what they should be doing over the warmer months. So definitely consider making that happen. And of course, the last thing, but certainly not the least, would be consider joining a chamber committee. Your chamber membership is only as good as you want it to be. So if you want to be part of the chamber and you want to move us forward in a new direction, take some time. Most people say, Ashley, I don't have the time for that. But in reality, for most of our chamber committees, you might only need maybe an hour a month. Or maybe you only need, over Zoom, and most of it can be done by Zoom. So there's definitely ways to get you involved that make it relatively easy, and then it can fit into your schedule and fit into your calendar. You don't need to panic about, committing to something too much. There's always a break. You can always put the break on. So feel free to reach out if there's something that you're interested in. I love the graphic that's on your screen to the right, mostly because there's lots of different ones of these, but we have a lot of different members who have all joined the chamber for different reasons. Some are newer businesses, smaller businesses, and maybe they're utilizing their chamber membership for the promotional elements, the marketing piece, their information guide listing, being on the website, having their promotional items here, having me mail out things. So all of those things are certainly a reason to join a chamber. Some people want to join because of the learning component. Maybe they want to connect and they want to take part in our education series, or maybe, they're not quite sure about how to, they haven't explored all the marketing pieces that they could throughout our community. So maybe they want to learn a little bit more about that. But then there are some businesses who are your medium, maybe larger size businesses. You're not joining the chamber because you want me to help promote what you're doing. You're probably doing a lot of that on your own. But when you're joining a chamber like this, you're creating a sense of community. Your chamber membership dues, for the most part, it's about $235 annually for people to be chamber members. And it breaks down to about $19 a month. So that in a way helps me sit at this desk and participate on all of these different events and committees. It helps me to work with, the New London Recreation Committee to try and get this winter carnival off the ground. This helps me work with the Sunapee Farmers Market. It helps me to be here and to do all of this outreach. So it's not necessarily that, I'm here and I'm pushing out your information 24/7, but there's definitely other benefits to a chamber membership. So I love the graphic to the right because it breaks down all of those different elements, and some of which you're possibly utilizing, but maybe not all of them. So I'll share that too when we have this recorded session that we can share, and I'll also send it out in an email to everyone. So I just like to share that because it's everyone joins a chamber and an organization like this for a different reason. So it depends on your level, depends on what you're looking to do, but we can make it work for you in whatever capacity that you need it to. And then the very last thing, I hope I'm okay on time. Oh, I'm not bad. I said it was about a 15-minute presentation.
Good.
I'm doing pretty good. So our very last element here is, I mentioned our local loot gift certificates. If you are a local loot participating member, you should have a sticker near your cash register or near your door that looks a little like this. Maybe, can you smell? And this just tells folks that you are accepting local loot gift certificates. It's a very popular thing during the summer season mostly. And then people do it for teachers' gifts, for, board of trustees, like all that kind of stuff. They'd like to do those particular gifts as thank yous. So everybody who has pre-registered for the event today has been entered to win a $50 local loot gift certificate. So I'm going to pick someone from the list. Let's see. Lori McClory. Oh my gosh, Lori. Lori wins $50 local loot. So I will reach out to Lori to make sure she gets that. Thank you so much for everyone out. We really appreciate it. I know it's such like a one-sided conversation. Usually we're able to shake hands and eat some appetizers and drink some drinks and all that kind of thing together. But next year, I promise we will get there. But thank you so much for coming out for our virtual 2022 annual meeting. Feel free to connect with me after the meeting via email, phone, if you have any questions or comments about anything you heard about today. And again, what's coming up for chamber members, do your best to maximize your membership. And if you're not sure, reach out to me. This is how you can connect with me at any time: Facebook, Instagram, phone. Some of you have my cell, you lucky people, you. Email is fine. I will do my best to respond at any point during the day when I receive those messages. And then, of course, because, our theme was the road ahead, they say the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield for a reason. Always look at the exciting road that lies ahead. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining. Congratulations to all of the award recipients and nominees. And I'm really excited for 2022. Let's get out there and get it. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Ashley. Well done.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see everybody. Nice to see you, Lori.
Bye.
Thank you.
Unmute. Thanks, Ashley.
You're welcome. Bye, Lynn.
Bye.